Let us try and understand how we can define the new test in Easy Report. Easy Report already comes with a lot of tests predefined. All the tests which are predefined, you can change the name of the test, you can add explanations, you can add remarks, you can change the normal values. Let me try and explain how we have structured a different test in Easy Report. Basically, we have differentiated all tests which are done in a clinical pathology laboratory into three groups or three types. The first is the smallest type is a test unit. This is the most basic test type that we can do, and this includes individual tests like cholesterol, triglycerides, urea, creatinine, so on and so forth. In Easy Report, a test group is defined as a group of tests. For example, urine routine. As we know, urine routine will contain individual test units like urine color, urine specific gravity, bile salts, bile pigments in urine, RBCs in urine, WBCs in urine. So also a CBC is a group. It will contain hemoglobin, PCV, MCV, MCHC, so on and so forth. CBCSR also will be a group. It will contain combination of all the test units of CBC plus test units of ESR. Just to give you an example, we go to maintenance menu, we go to test units, and we will go to the test unit of hemoglobin, which will show you the details for this particular test. So hemoglobin is the smallest definable test unit in Easy Report. Then we can go to the test group menu, in which case you can see the test defined for the different groups which are there. For example, a CBC report, that is complete blood count, will contain the different test units which are selected for this particular report. Then we have the concept in Easy Report of a profile. A profile is a combination of test units and test groups. Before I go any further, let me tell you in test groups also there are two different types of test groups. The first test group is a group which can be printed on the new page. In this case, we want the CBC to come on the new page. So also if we have a urine routine, we also want the urine to get printed on the new page. But there are groups like, say for example, blood sugar fasting, which is actually a group. Blood sugar fasting. It is a group consisting of fasting blood sugar, urine sugar and urine acetone. We do not want this to be printed on the new page. So this will come along with other tests like urea, creatinine, lunch, etc. We can always change this definition by clicking here, in which case it will then get printed on the new page individually. You can also have a common group for fasting and lunch, in which you also include say post lunch sugar in the same group also. In this screen, as you can see, test units are here which are defined, and the test units chosen for fasting are here. So you can have a common group called blood sugar studies, in which you can include fasting and post lunch blood sugar also. Then we come to another thing which is called the profile. A profile is a combination of groups and units. As we can see here, we go to maintenance menu, we go to profile data entry part 1. Now for example, in executive profile, as I have mentioned to you, it contains the following groups. The way Easy Report comes is it contains only groups. It does not at the moment contain units. As you can see, predefined units are here, groups are here, and the groups selected for executive profile are defined here. We can go to some other say anemia profile, in which case which shows a combination of units and groups. For example, anemia profile, the way it has been defined in Easy Report at the moment, contains bilirubin, which is a group containing total bilirubin, direct, indirect. Serum iron studies containing total iron, TIBC and percentage saturation, and CBC and ESR, which is a group. It also contains reticulocyte, which is a unit. For you to differentiate easily, the units are blue in color and the groups are red in color. Once you have a basic understanding of these three concepts, that is a test unit, which is the smallest definable test in Easy Report, a combination of test units will make a group, and a profile can contain either only groups or only units or a combination of both. So once you understand this basic definition of how we have defined a different test in Easy Report, we can then go ahead and then actually define the different tests by going to test unit entry, group entry and profile entry.